Hey, hello everyone. Yeah, so let's talk about winter IGV National Marketing Direction. Okay, yeah, so this thing actually influence our site also because our deliverables actually is actually related to this also lah. Yeah. Okay, so let's have some simple intro first. Yeah, so let's go into a scenario, right? Okay, so a customer wants to buy a phone. Okay, so from here, right, what difference do you see? Let me know in the chat. Okay, aesthetic. Okay, which one more aesthetic? You others? Hello, hello. My line lag is it? Oh, GG, really my line lag. Right is centralized, yes. One is specialized, one is more general. Yeah, I like just now. Can you hear me now? Hello, hello.
Yeah, can.
Okay, yeah. So from here you can actually see that one there's like multiple booths, but then one here is just one booth only. And just for you to know, actually these are sort of like the same company. Yeah. So actually from here, right, you can actually see that there are actually different kind of security, I would say like different teams. Yeah. So here, okay, it's actually 8 for, yeah, but around 8 teams of salesperson and then also 8 budget for the booth. Yeah. And then here we got one team of the salesperson and then one budget for one booth only. Where around here, the information and resources is actually split around. But then around on the right side is actually gathered. Yeah. And then here there might be different selling point, but here is around the aligned one. Yeah. So 10 phones sold each, meaning actually in the total, right, it's actually 80 phones, but then you can see credibility and statistic one, the number would be over here. And then actually the sales amount achieved is still the same. But then from here, you can actually see like one is just one only, and then one here got around 8. Yeah. So actually this one, right, I straight away copy from DGS slide, which is your MCVP IDV in case you don't know. Yeah, so just want to ask you, right, if you're a customer, right, which one would you prefer and why? Prefer both. Mary Expo have more personalized service. AEJ shop can also have personalized service again. And you have more people around there to serve you. They prefer both. DJ shop can get anything you want at one stop. Okay, so actually for different kind of people, you may have different preference, but I would say at least for my side is that if let's say it's all the same, I'll say same product and same brand, right? Actually, I would feel very confused for the Mary Expo. Can get lower price because of competition. True, this might be true, depending on the situation. But then from here, they might be hurting their own market price. Okay. Oh, this one experience. Yeah, that is true. Okay. Yeah. Then which one would you prefer as an organizer? So if let's say you organize, right, which one would you prefer to organize? EJ shop. Chunhao want to share why?
Don't need to use that many manpower. Then I can see everything at once. Then I can know everything that happens at once.
Okay. Thanks, Chunhao. No need choose. Yeah, no need choose. Meaning you don't choose between both. Yeah. So since we are talking about centralization, right? Actually, of course, we are talking about the kind of EJ shop here. So actually, for the IGV centralization and actually your LC pages, but here we will talk about the IGV centralization. It's actually around the same also, where around we have like 10 project pages of the same kind of projects, right? But then we are centralizing it to have one project. Yeah, meaning here we are actually moving all of it to actually one national speak up page, one national COP page. Yeah, but local project you'll know afterwards. Yeah, so the second scenario here, right, is without centralization, right? Yeah, so let's say if you've got any partners, they want to know more about COP, right? Maybe they're interested to invest or anything. Yeah, and let's say they go and search. Okay, so just in case for you to know, actually, right, our partners, I don't know for you guys, but for me, when I'm doing sales meeting, I really experienced before is a partner will actually go to our website and then also our Facebook, Insta, those, and go and search one. And then search, oh, why is Isaac doing all those? Yeah. So imagine your partner go and search COP for Facebook, and then they go and see this. Okay, got so many. So we have COP Malaysia, COP top dash COP, COP UKM somewhere. Yeah. So how would you feel? I mean, if I'm the partner, I will actually feel, okay, quite confusing. Maybe if the partner is a little bit more smart, right, then maybe they will know, oh, okay, they have different chapters. Then again, it's actually very confusing overall also, that you don't know, okay, which one should I target? Yeah, so since you don't know which one is the real page, right, and then you also don't know what the project is about, yeah, so when you're thinking, which one should I look at? Then maybe, you know, if your partner is really lazy, right, then they'll feel like, okay, I just choose one. Jackie Chan meme is a bunch of. Yeah, but this time this meme wasn't said by me. I just copy paste this. Okay, anyways, yeah. So even though we have the same project, right? But then actually having different sources with different messages is actually quite confusing, especially that when I'm looking into it, why this one got do AB, but then the other one didn't do AB and then go do CE. Yeah. So you know, the best case scenario is still that your partner might go through one by one to actually understand. But then most of the time, actually, your partner wouldn't actually go through one by one. In fact, this when you are actually extending the process time of your customer, your partner to actually go through, in the end, they might actually give up and see, okay, I don't actually look at this, then I just look at something else. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's why we want to have the centralization. So to mainly to gather the resource and then also to actually prevent the partner confusion on the blending side. So moving on, this would be a little bit long. So I break it down according to 4 blocks for everyone to understand. So first one is IGV marketing direction. The second one is the national project local page closing. Third one is the national channel utilization. And then fourth one is the local project page management. And just to let you know, the information shared with you here wouldn't be as detailed as the one IGV received. You still need to synergy with IGV to understand more. Okay. So on the marketing channel direction, right? So here can let you know overall the timeline around when we would be closing the pages and then when we would be introducing the not new page, like centralizing it to the main page. So now we are actually in the review stage where we are reviewing the marketing criteria, the marketing implementation. Actually, your IGV team is actually providing the marketing data to IGV commissioner. And at the same time, we are actually doing the alignment, also establishing the SOP. Yeah, so for IGV, actually got the first-hand SOP already. Yeah, and then also defining the brand direction. And now we are also looking into coordination with LC project key activities. And also why I will be downscaling to you guys today, because their key activities would influence your sales. Yeah, basically you guys are together as one. Yeah, okay. And also we also be looking into the winter digital campaign. Okay. Yeah. So to mainly let you know, right, the objective of the IGV channel is actually to showcase the community initiative based on the social issue that we are targeting, and then also to educate and raise awareness towards our target audience. Yeah, and also increase the collaborations with more like-minded organizations. Yeah, so mainly the target audience, the people who will be reading, right? So first one is definitely our partner side, the organization and industries that are interested, so they can just skim through and understand. And then next one would definitely be the youth that are concerning in these social issues, and then also our target beneficiary. Yeah, so for example, for Speak Up page, your target beneficiary would definitely be your high school students, but we would also want to align the marketing resources to actually target for them to actually get more updates. Okay, yeah. So if we were to use an example or referring to another organization to see how they do, right? Let's use TFM, which is also our national partner. So how do they actually do it? Yeah, so mainly on LinkedIn side, they actually do the B2B partnership, and also not only LinkedIn, but Facebook also. Yeah, I think this one is Facebook, yeah. On the showcasing and attractions for their B2B deliverables. So they actually work with CIMB, work with Oppo. Yeah, so this is normally the deliverables that they have been doing. Yeah, and then also talking about the key trending topic in specific social issues. Yeah, so again, going back to the resources, right? Like how many of your IGV teams can actually produce all the resources one by one every peak? Yeah, might as well be centralize it all and then everyone focus on one channel. Yeah, and then moving on is also the project key activities and also the digital campaigns. And then our impact showcasing, and also the what we have done, like how our beneficiaries has actually benefited from what we do. Yeah. So just to let you know more, right? Why youth is also part of the targeted audience. Yeah. Because mainly that, okay, your IGV page is not going to be recruiting LVVs. Here's a very clear thing. But then it actually bring the social issue awareness towards youth and also link the LVV opportunities. Yeah. And then also mainly what we want to achieve here is actually raising the social issue through our project initiative. And from there, we can actually partner with more organizations. Yeah, and the key thing that we want to see in the end is when people think about Isaac in Malaysia, right? They think that we are the group of people that actually drive youth leadership to actually fight for social issues. Yeah, so that's why aligning the branding is so important. Yeah. Then moving on is the LC National Project Channel Closing SOP. So for you to know is now they will be also running the channel closing campaign, and then the materials will also be released and then announcing in the respective change, then would close down. Okay, so 1 month after the poster, and then they will actually submit to IMD subcom to actually align on this. Yeah, so here will be the GTCM, but this one I wouldn't explain too much. Maybe is the things that your IGV site will need to know. Yeah, and here is the timeline. Yeah, so from here you can actually see that your no matter the LCNet Pro channel, right? You definitely won't be able to use it as the deliverables for your for your partnership because it's closing down in October. But then your project is around December, January, and even February. And then the content wise, they will actually send out afterwards. Yeah. Moving on is the national projects, national channel utilization. So since the national project local page is closed down, right? And definitely we will be posting on the national channel, not the centralized resource. Yeah. So here is the handles, the links there that you can go and follow in case you haven't. Okay. Yeah. And then the Instagram ones here. Yeah. So why we want to have this is mainly for LC to utilize the project channel as mentioned just now. And then also we can have showcasing initiative, both MC and LC, and also having a bigger sales package that benefit both sides. Yeah, and also having the guideline for LC to actually properly manage the page. So from here is like maybe the local page have around 1K likes, but then the national page could have 5K or even 10K. And I think like last few weeks, I actually had a conversation with Alicia, and then she talked about, oh, the LVV page actually very fast and actually have a lot of followers, all those stuff. Yeah, so how does it work is that mainly LC would actually book the posting dates and then also submit the content for review. At the same time, EST will actually provide the campaign templates and themes, and then from there schedule the approved posts. Yeah, but then here you guys, this wouldn't be involved by you guys. Mainly you need to synergy with your IGV to post it. Yeah, so in terms of the details, how you can actually consult your IGV. So you can actually click here to go to the meeting slide that they use. Yeah, so it was around last week to understand how to book in detail. So synergy with your IGV. And the last part will be local project management. Yeah. So in terms of this is so some of you guys, especially those opening new projects, right? Like for example, Utah. Yeah. So mainly here we're also going into centralization also, where we centralize the brand of local projects according to subcom to increase the outreach. And then so that we can also properly manage the page with a clearer objective and also have one brand. Okay. So from here is we will actually go into the analysis of all the project pages and then looking into centralization and then also building up the project portfolio. So around this is the stage where the resources are centralizing. And then from here, IGV side will also map out the local project growth path also. And then currently we are also developing one of the local projects into national projects portfolio also. Yeah, so here is the process. So like what I mentioned, analyze effectiveness and then selecting one, and then everything centralized into one of it, and then establish the brand, and then also having the closing campaign for the local one. Yeah. So here would be the timeline also. So like what I mentioned just now is definitely for this page, you wouldn't be able to use for your respective deliverables also. Yeah, would be using the national one. Yeah, so let's come into the hot topic, and I think I also talked for 15 minutes already. Okay, yeah. So first question: so what post can I put and sell on IGV National Centralized page, and how much should I charge? So honestly speaking, right, this side is the part that haven't fully defined. So that's why I need to do the research and alignment, and that's why we are having this space in commission meeting also. Yeah, and definitely there's another channel that everyone is also using, right? So which is LinkedIn. So what are the contents that can post on LinkedIn also, and how do we charge it? Yeah, because if every LC, the quotation charge is different, then your partner will also have confusion on this one. Yeah, so mainly that's why here we are actually having the space to actually look into understanding everyone's context, like how much do you normally charge, and then what portfolio do you charge them. Yeah, but before we go into this data collection, right, any questions here first?
Eugene, I have one question. For the centralization of the project page, right? So when we are posting the page, when we are posting on the page, right? Do we say like Isaac in maybe UMS, or do we just say Isaac?
So from there, this is
Hello, can you hear me?
hello, can
Hello.
hear.
Ah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't know if it's my internet. Okay, hello. So can still use your Isaac in UMS one while you're writing. Like for example, the LinkedIn one, we also write like Isaac in UPM, for example.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, I have that.
I want to ask so because we are closing quite a lot of channel, right? So when will LC Facebook Isaac page and LC IG official channel officially close? Previously, based on what I'm understanding from the IMB subcom is that by September we need to close already. So how is MC tracking on the closing? Or it would be together with the IGV page as well?
The range is actually, so the LC page was actually, okay, it's also closing around September and October, but for the exact days, I actually forgot already. So I'll get back to you in the commission group, Telegram group afterwards on the exact dates.
Okay, thanks, Eugene.
Let me go downstairs and see for this. Yeah, more questions.
About like NCR project, is it also following the local project one?
Yes, so NCR projects would use the centralized local project pages.
Okay.
So actually around here it's not finalized yet, but just to let you guys know a bit, for now we are looking into having SDGs like that as the direction. So that this one SDG would represent the projects. However, for SDG 4 and SDG 12, it will be separate from Speak Up and COP. So Speak Up and COP still have its own respective page. Yeah, but on this overall direction, it's still aligning together with other functions.
Eugene, I just wanted to confirm because you said that we're going to SDG page, right? So does it meaning like all of the local project meaning like for like SDG 4, then they will all like become one page, like, and then SDG 12 become all one page from all LC. Is that how it works?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Then may I know like roughly like when will the account actually open? Yeah, like around what month?
So according for the timeline for now, it's actually around October. Yeah. So from here shutting down, then we are launching it October and November here.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Yeah, by the way, it's combined, not separate. Okay. Oh yeah,
I
separate
have
business.
sorry.
Yeah, you go.
Okay, yeah, sorry to cut you off. Yeah, but the Speak Up and COP page, we can already like liaise with IGV on bookings and all that, right? For Speak Up and COP, just
Can,
only
can.
for local projects only.
Local project haven't have a centralized page yet.
Is it like early October that will be open, or mid-October? Because like because we're gonna do like an appreciation post for our partner for our local project, which is Empowering Equalities. So I'm afraid that it'll be too late. Yeah, it's like 1 month after RE.
It's looking around late October to shutting down and also opening. Yeah, opening the new one.
Understand. But we can still like for AM LinkedIn page on the site, right? We can already start booking for AM LinkedIn page.
You can start putting up the post on LinkedIn.
Okay, understand.
In terms of the
Sorry,
current,
sorry, who to liaise with for AM LinkedIn page? I forgot already.
later at the end of the announcement, I'll let you guys know. Yeah, actually it's Xiao Tian lah, so it's one of the ESTs. And then part of the reason why the B2B posting form haven't come up yet is also because currently is aligning with Mindy's site, so marketing site. In looking into when you guys are filling in the form, right, it will actually go into like different flows, like different categorization. And then they are still defining on, okay, for LinkedIn page, what are the posts that we can put and what are the content that we cannot put. Yeah.
Okay, understand. So by when would we be able to post it?
No, for now you can post already. You can straight away approach
Oh.
the EST.
Oh, okay. Can.
Later at the end, I'll update.
All right.
Yeah, Eugene, I have another question. So based on what I see on the local project centralization, right? So I see that it will finally be converted into national project. So is MC trying to convert all local projects into national projects at the end?
That is like the very, very far direction. But for now, only one portfolio will be going converting into national project like that. Yeah, which is the environmental one.
Environmental? Which one?
Yeah. Okay, so like for certain.
Yeah, sorry, you go.
So for example, for UPM's Miracle, JB Green on that. Yeah, so actually for the EST local project, she is also aligning on that. So for this term, it would be the environmental portfolio is aligning together. Yeah, but we wouldn't be launching any new national project brand yet in your term before you enter.
Oh, so means that for all the local projects that have have relation to the environment, then will be go under one page centralization, right?
Yes, one of the SDGs.
Oh, so does that include life below water?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's one of the SDGs.
Also, so everything will be put under one SDG only.
But then the details in terms of how it will be established wise, then now is still aligning.
Okay. But we know already which SDG will it be under, or is that still under discussion?
It depends on your project own SDG.
Oh, means that page will have several SDGs?
No. Okay, one SDG, one page. And then if let's say any project is under that SDG, it will go to that page.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay, understand. All right, thanks.
Okay, so I think actually over time. Okay, anyways, yeah. So now you can also let me know around the quotation, the pricing range that you actually charge your partners also lah. Like if let's say your FP appreciation is part of the whole quotation, then didn't specify, then you can also write that context lah. Yeah. So here you can also let me know is that whether you got separate according to Facebook and LinkedIn. So for this filling in, anyone got any questions on this?
I actually have a follow-up question from Chun Huat's question. Because you mentioned like one SDG, one page, right? So like, is it like through categorization, or it's like based on SDG, like one SDG, like SDG 12, one page, then SDG 13, one page, or like it's based on like the nature of the project itself, despite being in different SDGs?
It will be based on SDGs.
Meaning to say at the end of the day, there will be like 17, like there's like 70 SDGs, so there's like 17 pages, is it? Okay, understand.
So I have another question regarding that. So if those local projects, they are also going towards environmental issue, right? So how will be the naming of the new centralized SP page for all the local projects?
Come again?
Means like for UPM we have America, for UMS we have another local project, but we are all under environmental issue. So how will the Facebook national Facebook page will be named? Is it under is it named by SDG 12 SDG or environmental issues project, or we will take one name from our local project?
Won't be using one name from the local project, won't be using that, but mainly focusing on the SDG. So it will look like something like, for example, Isaac in Malaysia, SDG 13 life below. Wait,
I see.
SDG 13, yeah, get on. Yeah. Then now it's just letting everyone know the overall direction. The details wise, we are not still defining. Oh, okay, it's climate action, sorry.
Okay, understand. Thank you, Eugene.
Yeah.
Eugene, I have another question. Regarding on the LC pricing range, right? For UPM, we did not actually separate the posts based on price. We categorize everything under virtual showcasing for 500 ringgit. So how should we put that?
Then you can just merge it together and then put 500.
Okay.
Yeah. But then I remember for the one that you close don't have product showcasing and opportunity job showcasing, right?
Come again?
So I remember for your specific proposal, it doesn't cover these two things, right? Product showcasing. Okay, then for that, you can put a dash there.
Okay.
Eugene, for UMS, right? We almost do as the same like UPM, but we charge them per post. Like one post, we charge them like 50 ringgit. So it doesn't matter what post they want to post, as long as we give them 4 posts and then each post we charge 50 ringgit. So how does that count?
Oh, you just put per post like that, huh?
Oh, so I put it under campaign, is it?
It's both campaign and FP appreciation, is it?
So I merged them together.
Yes.
Okay, can.
Can I get more clarification? Your campaign means what, Eugene?
So it means that you would showcase like their efforts towards involving this project. Like for example, using UPM one, right? So they would do the food composting and then the waste management thing, that one.
very complicated. Okay.
Yeah, but if you're
Confusing so much.
actually doing campaign and FP appreciation together, then you just merge it.
How do I put it? As long as we need to post something about that. Because I park everything under virtual showcasing, like impact report, even having appreciation posts, all those, and also what else? Cannot recall. Even using their logos in the slides, all those things, every single thing falls under virtual showcasing. Yeah.
Then you can just merge together and then just write that.
Okay. Product showcasing is what? Do you mean?
Okay, so this is actually not a portfolio I would suggest, but I know we have LCs running. So it's, for example, okay, let's say Nestle sponsor your project like that. Okay, then you would actually showcase Nestle products, for example, Milo, on your local project page.
Okay, understand. Thanks, Eugene.
Oh, I wonder feel a bit weird. You didn't pay me, you see. Anyone got questions?
Me. So basically, because like the appreciation or like the posting and all, I also include like media, like press release. So should I plug it in under FB and Insta and then link in like in one go, because like merge everything together lah?
Can. You can state that like here, for example, yeah, here you just write the pricing and then you write together with LinkedIn.
Okay, understand. Thank you.
So let's, okay, seems like we over time, but let's allocate another 5 minutes to fill in this information. If you have a question, you can open mic.
我的小时候，长了任性的时候，我的外婆总会唱歌哄我。夏天的午后，姥姥的歌安慰我，那首歌好像这样唱的。T O O 别了哦 T O O 离开小时候，有了自己的生活，新鲜的歌，新鲜的念头，任性和冲动无法控制的时候，我忘记还有这样的歌。T O O 别哦 T O O 我还想让我奋不顾身的一个人，我以为这就是我所追求的世界，然而横冲直撞，被误解被骗，是否成人的世界背后总有残缺，我走在每天必须面对的。
And then if let's say your LC haven't set this before, then you can just put not available. I go toilet.
起那首歌，突然期待下起安静的雨。原来外婆的道理早就传给我听，下起雨也要勇敢前进。我相信一切都会平息。我现在好想回家去。T O O T O O T O O O O。
Hey, music just finished. So thanks for filling in for LinkedIn. Yeah, remember to fill in because this information actually would affect how we would define the pricing for LC afterwards also. Yeah. Okay, moving on. Okay, we'll talk about FP performance contribution. Yeah, so to keep it short, right, meaning that for the FP that you secure actually would have 10% go into the performance contribution. Yeah. So in case you don't know what is performance contribution, right, then here I'll let you know. Hey, so also shout out to Jingy for reminding me this. Yeah, sorry that I didn't let you know. You guys know previously, because I was thinking, past legislation already, then LSP will tell you. I forgot myself. Okay, yeah. So before looking into the sales performance contribution thing, right, let's understand how our Isaac in Malaysia finance model works first. Yeah, so in PD, you get to know finance also. Okay, yeah. So the financial model is actually the organization's source to actually ensure its sustainability. So it's not money in, money out only. So how we manage the whole finances, how it actually will affect how we can sustain in the long run like that also. Yeah. So just to let you know, here is based on the compendium, what is Isaac and Malaysia's financial model. So from here you can see, right, the whole purpose of having a financial model is actually to encourage performance growth in LCs and also your products, ensuring having performance growth in national products, ensuring the entity sustainability, and also providing a transparency of the finances between MC and LC here. Yeah, but here I will focus more on the whole performance growth, where how we can grow to become better and better. Yeah, so basically, right, for how we actually allocate our finances is actually go into these three categories, which is national sales, performance contribution, and then also your NAF. So I think NAF you guys know, right? So I don't need to explain much. Yeah, and it's actually allocated according to this weightage. Yeah, so the sales that Jen Shen and I actually run is mainly covered under national sales. Yeah, where performance contribution previously is known as product contribution. It's actually when you, okay, so back in the days when we are running exchange, right? So for every OGV and IGV that you have, you actually would allocate a portion to go into product contribution. Yeah, but for now, we are amending it into performance contribution where we include sales also. Yeah, and to let you know also previously, right, national sales only cover 20% and product contribution actually covers 30%, like that. Yeah, but because COVID hit and then we are not running exchanges anymore, so the weightage changed where national sales take up more of the weightage. Yeah, so why these three, right? National sales is to keep MC accountable in terms of striving for the sustainability of the entity. Yeah, and then the performance contribution, or previously known as product contribution, is to actually encourage the performance in your exchange, and it's actually the entity focus also. Yeah, where NAF is actually to encourage the performance growth in LCM products. Yeah, so imagine if we are not having all these, right, then we would just stay stagnant and then not looking into how to grow all those. Yeah. Yeah, so to let you know more, right, so what is MC fixed budget? So here, okay, here I still won't go past. Yeah, so basically all these, okay, so all these national sales, product contribution, and NAF, it actually goes to MC fixed budget. where we actually set a budget in terms of what are the things that we are going to spend on. So here we actually have our HR, so which is my allowance, yeah, MCVP's one. And then we have our MC office and condominium. So we actually need a proper office to actually run the whole operations out where, let's say if you have any partners or any customer come, that they can actually come and understand more. Yeah, and also investment. So actually fixed budget, right? It doesn't only include the HR and condo office costs. It actually covers a lot of our operation costs. So for example, if we were to run any conference, any summit, actually it's based on the, I'll say, the allocation collected here, which is national sales, PC, and NAF. Yeah. And then at the same time, if we were to run any, for example, digital marketings, so any ads like that, also using that cost. And then even the HubSpot that we are using, right? In case you don't know, our HubSpot is actually premium HubSpot to actually help us manage our partners better. And the reason why you can use it so smooth is also because, yeah, it's paid now. Yeah. So it's actually part of all the operation costs. Yeah. So current model is looking like this. Yeah. Where this one, the product contribution, right? Mainly the nature won't be changing. But then here we are adding sources around the product contribution and then changing it into the performance contribution, where we include sales also, okay? And mainly, again, this performance contribution is actually reflecting what is our entity focus. Yeah, so I saw, no wonder need to align. Need to align HubSpot is because you want to manage the partners better. It's not because we spend the money there. Okay, that's two different things. Okay, yeah. So mainly here would be the numbers. So I wouldn't go into detailed explanation numbers one by one, but you can actually see yourself. So actually, if you look into here, right, you would actually notice that we actually have the goal, actual, and then the operation cost. So previously, when we are running exchange, right, we actually can use the product contribution to actually cover the operation cost. However, in current situation where we are not running exchanges anymore, right, actually the product contribution is getting, not lower and lower. It's already dropped to very low. So we actually have a big amount in the gap in terms of, I'll say we need to run the cost, but then we don't have the resources to actually run it. And if you notice, right, the goal is also setting lower and lower. This is because actually we are cutting budget also. Yeah, so this is also why your MC is actually, shrinking from beyond term. We have around how many? 13, 14 MC, but now we have 9 MC because this is also the things that we need to take care in terms of the organizational sustainability. But that's another full conversation. Okay. Yeah. So after understanding that actually we need the product and performance contribution. However, we are not able to cover it, right? Yeah. So how can we actually, drive our entity focus to actually invest back into our operation costs? Because again, the HubSpot, those stuff that running certain national strategies or even supporting back LC, for example, the HubSpot is actually supporting back LC. We actually need the resources to actually run it. Yeah, so we need to look back into what is the main revenue stream in the past. Yeah, so from here we can actually see, right, we have a huge portion of the revenue is actually coming from the LVB, even including your crowdfunding is also coming from the LVB, and your sales all here is also going to LVB. Yeah, and also we have the certain VSF. So in terms of exchange for IGTA, actually cover a very low percentage only. Yeah, so previously we have always been collecting product contribution from here, but then now we are actually shifting the focus into here, engaging with IZ, which is our local virtual volunteer also. But then we are not collecting PC here. Yeah. So that's why now we are adjusting the financial model to actually collect the PC in here so that we can run our operation more smooth also. Yeah. So here's the new model. So here is more on the numbers allocation like that. So basically this would be the goal that I need to align with you guys. Yeah, all those stuff. Yeah, but this is the number side. And then here actually FL got explained why it's breaking down into 8 and 12%. But to prevent your confusion, you can straight away refer to this one, which is the 10%. Meaning here got a straight away table. Is let's say if you have any sales, right? No matter it's EWA or LVB, if you have sales won, then 10K, then actually 1K will actually go into the product contribution. Yeah. And then the invoice would be issued 60 days after you sign the MOA. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and then here is just some of the data here. Yeah, so to come back after now, you understand more on why we have the 10% performance contribution, right? So I sort of summarize it again. So what sales would have the 10% product performance contribution? So only FP, because FP is the entity's sales focus, and it does not include crowdfunding and sponsorship. Yeah, so because we want to invest back in FP sales, right? So we are also collecting the performance contribution from here. Yeah, but for your crowdfunding and sponsorship wouldn't have the performance contribution. And then if got MCLC sales, would there be the 10% performance contribution? No. Okay. Yeah. And then the issue, the invoice would be issued 60 days after within 60 days after. Within 60 days of MOA signing. Yeah. So if this is because if let's say your sales is, if it's with startup, actually you can get the cash quite fast. But then if let's say it's getting from MNC, right, then normally the finance department, all those need to arrange. So the time for cashing will take around 2 months. So for example, in physical days when we are on exchange, right, let's say OGV have one exchange, then at the end of the month, then we will actually open the invoice for the performance contribution already. But then for sales, it's taking into consideration the process time is longer. So that's why it will be 60 days. Yeah, and under the MOA, right, there should be a specific time when the sales should come in also. So this is the part that you need to communicate with your partner and also be accountable with your partner also. Yeah, which brings me to the next thing. So here we actually have the performance contribution collection tool. Yeah, so your LCBP, yeah, you need to fill in the August FPMOA signer. Yeah, so you can click this. Yeah, so here we have the information here where you need to fill in. So it's quite straightforward. However, here this part would be for finance side input. And then for me, I also need to check according to what you put in HubSpot also to align all the things. Yeah. And then the deadline for filling this would be 17 September. So before no before. Yeah. So let's go into Q&A. Any questions for this?
Eugene, I have one question. Do we need to include this 10% performance contribution in our GVA?
Yeah, you can straight away put in. Meaning if let's say, okay, for example, yeah, use UMS. UMS, your goal is 4K, right? And if let's say you secure 4K, you just put 4K. You don't need to deduct.
Oh, okay. Can. Thanks, Eugene.
So Eugene, I want to ask, right, since this thing is like a monthly thing, right, so we need to fill in, is there like a deadline that we need to fill in before when every day, not every day, sorry, every month when there's a like monthly checking? Fixed at 17, is it?
This one I haven't checked with Celine's side. So I just only got the tool from Celine today. And then the August one deadline will be 17. But then in terms of monthly deadline, I'll update in next commission meeting. And then if every month, let's say every month commission meeting, end of month commission meeting, I'll also remind.
Okay, thanks, Eugene.
Yeah, I remember back in my OGV days, I would check. And then if let's say anyone accidentally click approve, then I need to GG already. Yeah, but that's another story. The first question is the GVA there, do we need to deduct? So don't need. Okay, so if you still have any questions afterwards, you can still ask in the Telegram group, or you want to approach me straight away. So can I? Yeah, then yeah, remember to fill in this before 17. Okay, moving on would be the functional visit agenda. So thanks for filling in the functional visit form. Yeah, so here we have the allocation. So for the first group and second group of LCs, your functional visit will be 1 day only, but then for the third group would be 2 days now, because this is based on the input that you actually fill in the survey, and then we customize the agenda itself. Yeah, so let's visit the agenda here. So again, mainly we mentioned that the whole functional visit would be tackling on your project innovation, right? Yeah. So mainly here you can also see each group, we actually customize different objectives. So innovation, the product packaging, and then for the third group, we also include the competency here also. So that's why you have the sessions here. Yeah. And then mainly on first group, you will also be covering growth path, but then second group wouldn't, because here we will spend more time in each respective session here like that. And for the third group, we will also cover the competency building, because you also mentioned that your members are also very new. Yeah, and then the green ones are the check-in, check-out, which you guys also mentioned that you need certain team management skills and then team facilitation skills. So here is how we also put that. Yeah, so mainly on this, and then the dates is also aligned based on the dates that you fill in availability. So from here, we would have a call to action. So fill in the attendance of the VP and MT. So here we will only have TLs joining. Yeah, then 15. Yeah, so that we can have a more focused discussion, because if too many people, so that's why we also have like few LCs in the first place, because me and Yijian can give more attention to you guys individually also. So put in your LC attendance here. So you can just put, I think this is very straightforward. So I'll explain. And then also please complete your preparation checklist before the functional visit, and make sure your IGV is accountable, where they also complete their own preparation checklist, which is on the same spreadsheet. So here, so IGV side, they have their own external research, but then for you guys, actually would be the tool that I previously downscaled already. Yeah, which is the industry research tool. And in order to have the effective discussion and also customization, the project innovation in your functional visit, right? Yeah, together with your IGV, you will need at least a 10 buyer persona consolidation, and also completing your existing partnership research, or else that you, your member, and your IGV wouldn't know what is happening. So we also state clearly, right, in case you get confused. Okay, which means it's actually this one, the buyer persona, this one, need to complete 10, at least 10, the more the better. And then also this existing partnership, okay? Yeah, and if you were to have this buyer persona, which means you need to have the persona interview first, okay? Yeah, so I saw some LCs, I think, help recently you are doing, and I know also most of you guys also haven't done. So let's update how many persona interview you have done, how many consolidated, and whether you have completed your existing partnership or not. And then if you have any questions about the agenda, the dates, you can also ask here.
Eugene, I think we need access. None of the tracker is accessible for us.
Sorry. None of the tracker. Yeah. This one accessible, right?
This one can.
So for here is the same one. The agenda and the preparation checklist is the same.
Eugene, does the persona interview include AWAS as well, or just for PD only, the one that we need to fill in?
PD one, PD one.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so now you have, okay, the earliest functional visit is 25, right? Means you have at least 2 weeks to do this. And then since now we are in sales peak, that you guys are also generating leads and then calling partners, right? Then you can, straight away use it to actually interview your partners. And then I think here we have we have a few new people. So in case you don't know how to use how to use the industry research tool, for example, I think coaching might be one of it. then you can refer to the previous commission meeting slide. If you don't have, then yeah, I'll share you afterwards. You can come approach me. Yeah, let me play a song while you guys fill in.
Eugene, I just want to ask, right? Because my director shared me is that usually when we do winter industry research, normally want to talk to them already to book a space with them. So is it okay if we just directly integrate the questions into first meeting?
Yeah. In fact, it's encouraged to do it like that.
Okay.
Mm.
Very challenging. Summer closing. Oh my god. And then okay, let's see how.
Yeah, use summaries one. So just for you guys to know, right, in case you still don't feel confident in terms of doing your sales, actually this tool is actually, why summary one a bit, okay. Yeah, this tool is actually would support you in terms of understanding your partners. So from these questions, you can identify the pain and gain of your partners. If you did one, then you put one only. I mean, you need to have it completed before your functional visit. I mean, okay, technically I downscale it that you need to have it complete before your LC replanning. Yeah, seems like my idea. Oh, and remember to also upload your spreadsheet in this folder also. Yeah. So during your functional visit, you still need to customize according to your LC reality, the leads that you call. But then the reason why we want to put everyone's sheet here is also that everyone can refer each other's one. Then you can also understand and understand the market. I thought help finish. Oh, that one is L1 one, is it? Okay. We include in IMR is what? Waying, you want to open mic?
Industry market research too.
Yes. Yes, 28 already. Yeah, this one.
Means if this part is fully updated is what 200%. Okay.
For the existing partnership is only for summer 2021 partnership, is it?
You can have even earlier partners.
So it depends on the context that we have. Okay.
So let's go to. So thanks for update. So let's meet in both B2B summit and so the functional visit. Okay, so last one. Okay, now we'll go into announcements. So here is the email signature that you can actually change already. Because we have new partners already. So community and then the COP partners, the SU partners. So you can click here to download. And if you don't know how to change, then you can click here also. So let's hope that we have more partners paying us. Kidding. It's not about paying only, it's about bringing value. And then next one is the NLC FASI application. So in case you don't know, this was me in the Penang physical conference in 2019, and then I was the photographer. But anyways, so this is open for all the LCEB, which means all the VPs here. So if you want to know more about the conference, then you can click here. And then if you want to be a FASI, then also click this link and fill in. So I really hope to see you guys, appear there also. Empower yourself to become a FASI. Trust me, it's very fruitful. It's fruitful. And then here we have the reminder on the ER principal refresh timeline. So in case, in case you don't know what happened on this ER principal thing, right? Then go to last commission meeting, okay? So also mentioned already. So here we would have the reminder to update the ER database. And here's the deadline. Then afterwards, the things will go into effect. Then thanks for registering for B2B Summit. So remember to book your own calendar and then we'll see you next weekend. So the invitation will be sent also, but you book yourself first. Okay. And then here will be the B2B posting form. So would be Xiao Tian here. So Xiao Tian is the UM but then she's also the EST of marketing. So you can approach this handle at Xiao Tian Gan on Telegram for the B2B posting. Like let her know what you want to post and she'll align with you because now we don't have the form yet. And in case you forgot partner standards already, then here's the refresher. So that's all. We can go into feedback. And then after feedback, if you want, then we can play some game.
Jim, I want to ask something. Sorry, I saw everyone update 102 in percentage of existing partnership. What does that mean?
I assume is, okay, you put one, you have done research with one partner already. But then, here actually I put percentage. Or anyone want to let us know? Maybe Natalie can let us know what this tool means.
Oh, I just put the number like actually all this research that we have done is actually on our existing partner, so I put two partners. Yeah.
Oh, means that as long as in the the existing partner tab, we update the entire thing in the column is considered done for one partner, right?
Wait, let's open that. Okay, so how I define percentage is, I put percentage because the number of partners everyone have in the past is different now. Okay. So meaning if you have 5 partners in the past, but then you only written down one, then it's like 20% like that. Then it seems like everyone is putting how many partners that you have done previously.
So it is also depending on our functional history, right? Like previous.
Yeah, but
even before my term.
Okay, you don't need to go and find all your ancestors' term one. I mean, the more the better, but how I define the percentage is, okay, for summer only, summer existing partners. If you have, then it's 100%. Let me specify. Is it clear for you?
Yes, clear. Okay, thanks.
Okay, yeah, so you guys can fill in the feedback and I'll continue playing music. Okay, no question for functional visit? Okay.
Is member encouraged to join functional visit?
No.
Okay.
Oh, Chunhuan, if you don't have existing partner, but you have your LP, right?
Oh, LP also count.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Can. Okay, then I will align with them.
Yes. Because you also need to look into what are the deliverables that you can provide working with LP. I think here you can align with your IGV. Yeah, because chances are your IGV is doing the same research, so you can straight away take it from them.
Wait, sorry, I don't get it. You mean like for our industry research tool, that one is for IGV, is it for LP?
Sorry?
Or do we need to do the LP one? Or is it that we need to do also?
Okay, so the interview you do here is for FP. Okay. The buyer persona is also FP, but then existing partnership is all. So from here you can also put. So going back to the design of the tool is actually for you to have the research here on the buyer persona, market size together, then you can have your plug and play on the portfolio. This.
Okay, understand. Okay. Wait, so for the LP, like, is it like IGV will put inside our industry research or the synergy with IGV?
You need to synergy with them. Because for IGV side is you actually gave them this tool during my DS.
Okay. Understand.
Okay, I'll play one more song. Wow, Gather Town. Oh, I forgot to stop recording. Yeah.